What's up, everybody? This is Josh with Keys Aquaponics. This is a mid-July update, midsummer update of how my system's going. It's definitely hot down here, and some of the plants have certainly succumbed to the heat. So just give a quick rundown of how the system works again. 400-gallon fish tank with several types of tilapia and cichlids, which are all wild caught. That water is pumped into the first of two grow beds, media-based grow beds. This holds about 200 gallons or so of hydroton and river rock. This fills up, overflows into this one. Same setup, about 200 pounds of river rock, and then that is gravity fed down into what once was my raft bed, and then that overflows and runs all the way back to the fish tank. So what's going on in the garden? Well, I initially caught all of the fish that were stocking the pond about a year ago up in Homestead, and what's happened is that a particular variety, the spotted tilapia, have decided to breed in there and kind of thinned out the rest of the herd. So I'm down to about 6 adult fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to actually eat them and then restock with, I don't know, I'm not sure what to go with yet. Maybe some ornamentals, maybe some bluegill, not really sure yet. But right now, as far as the plants are going, they're doing okay for what I've got left in here. Lots of basil. I'm continuously cloning my basil because I have a sandwich shop and use a lot of it there, and it really does well even in this heat. As far as the heat is concerned, I do have some screen going on, but I'm thinking it's actually a little bit too much. I think it's about 70% shade, got it from Home Depot, but I'm thinking about changing to 50% Illuminate. Anyway, so yeah, here's a bunch of basil clones. I have like 35 or 40 plants of these all throughout the system. And interestingly enough, they all stem from the same plant. I started cloning about a year ago. Speaking of clones, here's the star plant of the system. It's my mustard habanero. And we're starting to look pretty straggly and thin. And then I pruned it back pretty heavily, and it's showing a lot of nice growth. All the while, though, it always produced well, and I've gotten 3 or 4 big crops of maybe like 60 habaneros 3 or 4 times this summer, maybe 3 times. But I don't really know what to do with, even running a restaurant, I don't know what to do with all those habaneros. And I also got some bell peppers going. They look pretty good. Okay, so that's about it. Oh, and then I also have a few seedlings of this Ethiopian kale that I've been trying to grow. See how that does. Been looking for heat-resistant plants, especially leafy greens. Tough to grow down here. Here's some more of them in the other grow bed. These are about 2 weeks old. Taking their time, but they look pretty good, I think. More basil. I don't know if you can see. Here's some pak choy that I planted the other day coming out. See how that does. Supposed to be decently heat tolerant. And then have some Italian oregano that's sprawling and doing well. There's some rosemary back there, and then I have this. It's easier to see on this one. I have this other type of oregano that I'm not really sure what it is. I've never seen it before. Somebody gave it to me, and it's a really large leaf. Looks nothing like Italian oregano, but certainly smells like it. But the leaves are a little bit thick to use fresh. They're a little bit watery, and then because of that, they're also hard to dry. So I'm not sure how to utilize it. If anybody knows anything about that, I would appreciate it. So this is the system as it is now. I've kind of abandoned the raft bed. It's just basically a reservoir for guppy fish right now that help keep down the mosquito population somewhat. But I'm about to redo this entire system. I want to turn this and this vertically, or I guess you would say linearly, horizontally, I guess. Horizontally along the length of this shade house. I'm going to have these 2 tanks spill over into a longer deep water culture, which will double as the sump and run continuously into the fish tank because the fish tank also doubles as my sump right now, and I hate that the water level will change so drastically, and I'd rather use another reservoir for the sump. So, but that's what's going on right now. A few changes to be made. I wish I had more time to really put into this, but you know, when I talk to my customers about where some of their herbs and other produce comes from, the response is always great. People are really interested in aquaponics, and you know, I think it can really help me out personally in terms of, you know, producing the produce. But on a larger scale, everybody needs to start producing their own food, and this is certainly a fun way to do it. You know, not everybody's got the space to do it this big, and I know there are bigger systems out there for sure, but every little bit helps. Even if you got a small space, there's certainly different methods of aquaponics, gardening, and farming. Well, anyway, this is how the system is right now, middle of June, middle of July rather, and I'm going to try to update more frequently, so maybe I'll see you again in another couple of weeks. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.